If you have come to a point in your life that you've decided you're no longer going to spend money on cheap vacuums that break and you need to keep replacing them, cheap quality may not necessarily cheap in price, then you really want to listen up and watch this video, because that is Miele's top of the line vacuum cleaner. So it is the best of the best. And watch this video all the way to the end for you to find out if this should be your next Buy It for Life vacuum. If you are not familiar with Miele, Miele is a German company. It's a manufacturer of high-end appliances, and they celebrated their 125th year last year. We have been selling and servicing with their Miele vacuum cleaners since 1999, so we know a thing or two about Miele vacuums. Now, if you're wondering if this vacuum is the right model for you or your floors, your needs, your home, you need to know what type of floor heads this vacuum gets. Well, let me make it easy for you. This vacuum comes with a beast of a carpet tool that can handle any type of carpets. And it also comes with a second tool, which is a combination floor brush that can handle any type of bare floors and flat rugs. There is no type of flooring this vacuum cannot do. If you have pet hair, there is no amount of pet hair this vacuum cannot do. This is the ultimate vacuum cleaner. Now, we already mentioned the two floor heads of this vacuum gets. Does it come with other accessory tools? Oh yes, it does. As a matter of fact, an ingenious design by Miele hides, there's a secret compartment that hides this tool. This is a 2-in-1 upholstery and crevice tool. In this configuration, that's your crevice tool. That's where the air is going to get sucked in through. But if you turn that neck over, now it can be used as an upholstery tool. This has a very nice hiding place over there. This model gets their dusting brush not stored on the body, not stored on the handle, separately. So you're welcome to store it wherever you like and keep it wherever is accessible for you. Okay, but you get the 3 accessory tools just like any other Miele. Okay, well, this is the top of the line model from probably one of the best manufacturers of appliances in the world. So it's no surprise that it's also a beautiful machine. I think, as a matter of fact, this is overdone. No vacuum cleaner should be this gorgeous. But that's just my personal opinion. Except for the aesthetics, though, let's see how this design translates into functionality. We'll start from here. You have the hidden compartment for your 2-in-1 floor accessory tools. Exclusive to this model is an LCD screen surrounded by this gold border, which actually is functional. You have your on and off button, your suction selectors are here, and that's a cord rewind. It's a beautiful LCD which actually shows you graphics of whichever suction setting you're on. It also shows you the status of how full the bag is and also the filter. And when you need to change the filter, those will light up. Also, now, this does connect to the Miele at-home app on your phone. It only just shows the bag status and the filter. Doesn't do much, but it's a good to have if it's an ecosystem for you of all the Miele appliances. Nothing else to talk about here. The hose is a crush-proof king-free hose. It's also pretty lightweight. The handle on the hose is a comfort handle, which means it's easy to use, moving things around, and it doesn't hurt your wrist. It reduces the pressure there. There is an on and off button here or switch here on the handle that operates the power head. So at your fingertips, easy. This is a telescopic stainless steel wand. Very good quality. Great for getting into harder to reach areas, but also You know, I've actually watched people vacuum like this, bent over. I don't know why, but you don't do that. You don't need to hurt your back when you vacuum. This extends fully. So that's also helpful. Parking spots in the back. Now, why do you have parking spots on a vacuum? Well, for storage, and also if you wanted to move this thing up and down the stairs, pretty easy. That is one parking spot. The other is at the front of the machine, and it's there because if you wanted to rest this without having to lean it on the wall, doesn't scratch things, that's there. Another very big change in design with the L models of the Gart is the fact that you no longer see any exhaust grills up on top. All Miele's used to exhaust the air through the top of the machine. Not anymore. They've removed that. The air is now coming through the sides. And this fabric finish that you see here has a function. Not only it does kind of act like the last filter, piece of filtration there, it also helps protect your baseboards and furniture legs if this thing hits them. It also protects the vacuum from getting scratches and scuffs, and you don't want to scratch that. It's a beautiful machine. So all in all, aesthetically gorgeous, but also very thoughtfully designed. If you've ever had a vacuum cleaner that is loud enough to wake up the kids or even the neighbors while you vacuum, you'll appreciate that a quiet vacuum is just so much better. And that's what the L1s do. Now, this is a 1200 watt motor. It's a very powerful motor, but I can carry a conversation without yelling very easily. So that's impressive. Now, as far as that power that we talked about, you need to control that power. We have people asking sometimes, well, why do I need all that power? I could use the maximum suction on everything. Well, you can, but you really don't want to, because this vacuum is not only meant for your floors. You could dust around the house, you could clean your curtains, upholstery, and when you start considering all the different surfaces you could use this on, you'll realize how important it is for you to be able to control that suction. And you do get 5 suction settings with this model. Now, almost all new lines of Miele have 4 suction settings. They get curtains, upholstery, carpets or rugs, and hard floor. The L1 Electro, and exclusive to L1 Electro, is a 5th suction setting, which is the auto suction. Now, on the auto suction, you don't mess around with that suction setting dials. The machine decides, based on the surface you're using it on, how much suction is going to produce. Easy. So, this vacuum can do all floors? Yeah. Pet hair? Yeah. Show me. Sure. Okay, so let's start with this. The beast of a power head. This is called the SEB228. This has been around for a while. As a matter of fact, it's a very tried and tested power head. It has a few features you want to know about. First of all, it's self-standing, locks in place. This is the pedal by which you could release that neck. The other thing is, it has 5 adjustable height settings. What does that mean? It means that you could determine how far away or close to the piles of the carpet this power head is running. At level 1, it's the closest and the most engaged to the piles of the carpet. On level 5, it kind of floats over on top. So for flat, commercial type carpets, you might want to have it on a lower 1 or 2 setting. For thicker plush carpets, you might increase that to level 5, for instance. You'll get an idea how it works on your floors. That's not a problem. But then that 5 adjustable height setting is what allows this power to work on any type of carpets. It also has a very powerful motor in here, which turns this large 14-inch brush roll with very short bristles. Again, this is as powerful as a power head is going to get. The whole point of this is to agitate the carpeting to get rid or to remove whatever pet hair, pet dander, or just dirt from the piles and then have it sucked through to the machine. Let me demonstrate with some coffee or sand on this thicker pile carpet. There we go. There we go. What I'm trying to show here is agitation and how much that makes a difference. On and off is here, and the power head can be adjusted, turn it on and off here. Right now we're at level 2. We're going to bring that, we'll just keep it at level 2. See how it works. Now, watch what happens to those coffee and sand beans as I come close. I'm not sure if your camera is catching it, but they start to vibrate. That's what's cleaning, deep cleaning your carpets. As far as suction is concerned, we're at the lowest. We're on the suction setting for curtains. So, not much suction there, it's all that power head. Look at the lines. All right. Now 2, I'm still kind of feeling a little bit of a struggle. So I think the perfect height for this kind of a carpet is 3. 3 is much easier to move back and forth. And that's how you know how it works on your carpets. How about pet hair? Well, let's put as much as we can. I don't think this is enough. I think we can do more pet hair on this. You know what? Let's do more. Let's challenge it. There we go. For those who love their Goldens, and that's about right. There's 2 things I want to know. How easy, if it'll pick that up, and how much of that hair is going to be wrapped around that brush roll. So let's try same suction, low suction, release, and go. I hope I've proved my point, but moment of truth. Now, even if you did have that issue with pet hair wrapping around the brush roll, this power head, unlike a lot of older style power heads where they have bars, makes it very inaccessible to reach that brush roll. This is, right now with this power head, this is all an open space. You have a big large groove here, one big large groove here. Get a knife, scissor, whatever you can, go through those grooves, and you can easily, because of the short bristles as well, it's just super easy to remove pet hair from this. So it's very easy also to maintain this power head. Will this power head work on flat rugs? Yes. Will it work on bare floors? Yes. However, for bare floors, you already have another attachment that it comes with, and it's a, as powerful as that is, it's not as light as this one. And this one is just so much lighter and easier to work on bare floors. But for the sake of argument, let me show you how that power head operates. Again, one more time. On all 3 surfaces. Just to prove the point that there is no type of floors this machine cannot do. Now, the other cool thing about it was that auto suction. Let me just show you that real quick. When I have the machine on auto, it decides by itself how much suction it requires. So right now it's on, so as soon as you turn the machine on, that's the bag status, HEPA filter status. That disappears after about 5 seconds. Let's go all the way up to auto. That's the A right there, okay? You can hear how much suction the machine is producing right now. There is no resistance. It's pretty low. As soon as I'm blocking this, you see the suction bar goes all the way down. It feels such a huge resistance that it starts slowing down the suction. As soon as I let it go and it feels no resistance, it's going to pick it back up. See? And that bar tells you whereabouts it is in the suction dial, right? So if you don't want to mess around with different surfaces and determining what suction goes where, no problem. So it's one pass. This is too easy. Now this is a flat carpet. Oh, watch what happens here. And let me explain before you judge. Oh, well, it didn't pick that up. Remember, we're at the level 3 in height. There's quite a bit of a gap right now between that brush roll and the floor. On lower pile flat carpets, you want to reduce the height level down to a 1 or a 2. So right now we're at 3. Let me adjust this down to 1 and then get another shot there. I'm going to go down to 1. At 1, it's almost self-propelled. Let's take a look at that. And you can hear how it's engaged there. Oh, it's getting away from you, really. Like it wants to go. Like you have to hold it back because it wants to go. Listen, this thing is crazy. I'm telling you, it's a beast. It's nuts. Oh, floor heads there. Let's see. Now, one more thing. Sorry, but you don't want to brush roll spinning on bare floors. It just disperses the dirt. I'm going to keep it on anyways, just to show you you don't have to do anything. There is no flooring with this power head cannot do, but I will recommend highly. By the way, if you want to release the power head from the wand, it's a foot release, it's very easy. I will recommend highly for your bare floors, or if you have entry mats, floor lugs, use this combo tool. It has 2 settings, one for rugs, push it forwards, bristles go in or retract. You're left with a flat rugs, carpets. For bare floors, push it back, bristles come out, much easier, lighter to use on bare floors as well. Let's try the combo tool on flat rugs and hard floors. Easy peasy. Now here we are right now, the pedal is pushed back, so bristles are out. We're good to go on hard floors. This is easy. Look, it's just there we go. I seriously recommend swapping the head on hardwood. Right now we're in auto suction, and the machine realized that we're on a surface that it needs to reduce the suction, so it did that automatically. This is a easy job, and that's it. You know what, just leave it on auto for the life of the machine and I think you should be good. So a big thing with the Guard L1 is right out of the box, this thing is so well filtered. Well, that's actually one of the reasons why you're getting your bagged vacuum anyways, because generally, if you do any research, you'll see that the idea is a bagged vacuum tends to do better when it comes to filtering the air that goes through it. Not only that, it's just hygienic, it's easier to dispose of the dirt, so you don't have to wash filters and buckets compared to a bagless machine. Now, the way they achieve the standards of filtration they have with these Mieles, it starts with a really high quality bag. This is a 3.5 liter HEPA material bag. By the way, for the Guards, Miele has redesigned their bag system. So it's also foolproof. There's no way you could screw this up. This bag sits in that holder, perfectly locks in. Anyways, the air goes through that really high quality bag. There's a filter behind the motor, but also what you get is this HEPA filter. This is a HEPA 13. This filter traps all particles down to 0.3 microns, which is thinner than hair, up to 99.97% efficiency. This also is a completely sealed system. So all of this to say that the air that comes out of the sides of this vacuum is cleaner than the air inside your room. Now, when you say best of the best and top of the line, also usually means the heftiest. Not in this case. The Guard L1s are actually a pound lighter than the middle of the line M series. They're just about 12 pounds, and you could feel they are light and easy to carry. But not only that, unlike the standard 3-caster system with almost all other Miele vacuums, the L1 Electro gets a 4-caster system called Dynamic Drive. This also has rubber wheels, so it doesn't scratch anything. But let me tell you, the way this thing moves, I mean, it looks like a Bentley and it kind of drives like a Bentley, of vacuums at least. It's impressive. The L1 Electro gets a 24-foot cord. That 24-foot cord gives you a 36-foot operating radius when you include the hose and the wand and everything. You'll only know how good that is if you've ever had a vacuum that has had a short cord and you have to keep looking for an electric outlet. You also obviously get a 1-tap rewind. Easy. Now the L1 Electro is a Miele product and it gets the Miele warranty. The Miele warranty is probably one of the best warranties in the vacuum industry here in Canada. The reason for that, you get a 5-year warranty. That's 5 full years on all the components right out of the box, and you get a 7-year warranty on the motor. Now this vacuum is fully made in Germany, and you could see, you could feel, you could touch the quality as well. Now, we are and have been a warranty center for Miele, well, since 1999. So we know a thing or two about these machines, and the whole point of you purchasing from us is if you ever ended up needing to ask a question or get a part or whatever it is you need, you don't go around town looking for help. We are here and happy to help you. Not only that, we do ship these free of charge to all Canadian provinces. We offer you a 30-day full refund, 90-day price match guarantee. We offer financing if need be, and we send you videos on how to put things together and just what not to do, especially if this is your first Miele vacuum. If I missed anything, we have a whole team of experts, Miele vacuum experts, ready to help. Please do call us toll free at 1-877-220-5656, or you're welcome to chat with us online at vacuumwarehouse.ca.